Hello, good morning everyone. Val here with Vala's Vintage and Fine. I hope you're all having a great start to the week. It is Monday and I thought I would jump on and do a little segment of a project that I'm working on. I'm going to take these glasses off here. So I have a series that I've been running in my Etsy shop, and it is the Element series. And what they are just little pieces that you can put together, stack, cluster, whatever. You can make bookmarks out of them. I do little pocket elements with them. And so you just stack all these pieces together to make an element that you can add to your junk journals, your folios, gift cards, your cards, and just fun little stuff like that. So this one that I'm working on it's the Seaside Element Cluster Kit. Now this kit has 12 sheets included in it for $1.95. Really good buy. You get 10 sheets of the elements, and I'll kind of show you. I've got these cut up pretty good because I've been working on some stuff, but I'll kind of show you a little bit of a close-up here of what they are. Let me get my big sheet out here. So this is just an example. So there's buttons, there's tags, and they're in Seaside colors. We've got the coral colored sheets there, and that one's cut up pretty good. And then you get a sheet that just has a bunch of like the lace and some more tags and some writing. And then you have sheets that have word strips on them. You'll get several of those. And yeah, and here's another one with some word strips. Okay, so that's what my element kits are all about. I've got it cut up pretty good because I've been working on these. I started last night. So I'm gonna show you the 3 that I've done already, and then I was gonna work on a couple with you. So as you can see, I just layer them. Look at the cute little flags here with the tie. You've got your tag, and I like to do these as kind of dangles, so they're just left loose. And I do punch a hole in these. And then there's some backing. Now with the kit, you also get 2 sheets of backing, as I said. So these are the prints. So you've got the seashells, and then you've got a plaid. And what I do is I cut those out, and I cut them the shorter distance of the sheet. And then I just cut them in half again, and that's how I got this size. I'm not really particular. You can see these 2 sizes are just a little different. It doesn't matter. But I do it that way. I like to glue them. I'll cut them and then I'll glue them and then round the corners because it makes them stronger. So if you wanted to use it as a bookmark, they make a really nice bookmark. So it's just a stronger piece, a little more sturdy. And so let's see, I showed you that one, and then here's another one. And so you can just kind of see what I do here with them. And I'll show you the last one that I've got finished. So they're just fun little elements. I like making them, and I have a lot of things planned for the future, but everything that I do already matches paper packs or folios that I've already done. So I already have a paper pack that it's not Seaside, it is called Coastal Memories, I think. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You'll just see it on my side if you go look. So anyway, so I've started this one. I did the one side, kind of give you an idea of what I've done here. And I like to let the one side dry before I do the other side. So I'm gonna continue with this. So what I've done is I've just cut out, I've already got everything cut out. I've already got it shaded and ready to go. So let me tip you down so you can see what I'm working on here. Just get you tipped down so you can see. So I've got piles of stuff here, just piles. There's so much stuff. Then I've started with that. So I've just kind of play. It's like putting together a puzzle. That's what makes it so fun. So I just take little pieces and I'll just add them here and there and just kind of play and see what I like. See what's gonna work. Now, if I do something where I'm gonna go off to the side like that, what I like to do, if I like the way that looks, so I've held that on there. I think I want to go this way. And so I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and then where the white spot is, I like to take my ink and I will shade that in, so that when you flip it over to the other side, you're not just seeing stark white paper. And then that kind of helps me. So now I know where I'm going to put my glue on that. I don't want to go past the green. If you don't mark it, then you end up going past, and then you kind of get your glue on other areas that you don't want it. So that's how I like to do those. And then I'm just going to lay that on there like that. And then maybe I'll just stick that over the top of that. Or do I want along maybe something in a little different color, like the stripe? I like the stripe there. Now, do I want to put it down below or go to the top? I think we'll go to the top with the stripe. All kinds of fun little things you can do with these. Now, I wanted to start doing a Monday fun day. I know several people who do them on Sundays, but Sunday's just not a good day for me. We're usually traveling. We have a little summer home in the mountains, and we like to get up there on the weekends. And so we always come back on Sundays, and then, I come back and I'm just trying to get things ready for the week. So this is where I might do this tag here. But I feel like I need something else down here. Maybe that. I think I like that. So yeah, so Sundays, we get home and then we get settled in and get stuff ready for the week. I am retired, but my husband is still working. So it's, doing laundry, getting laundry caught up and getting things ready. Let's see, I need some ties here. Get a couple of things out of my way so I can get to my ties. I think I want something in a coral color for this one. And I like to use fibers. I've got fibers here that I like to use. Let's see. I have so many. I've got so many fibers. I have a whole bunch downstairs, but I just brought these 2 little boxes up with me today. My craft space is actually downstairs, but this time of year, it's just, I want to be up. I want to see the sun. I want to look outside. I want to see the pretties. I want to see the sun. I'm down there all winter long working on stuff. We're adding to our garage up country, and so we're going to have a little space above where I can go and have my area so I can continue to do my crafting up there. So I'm really excited about that. I like to be able to, when I feel like working on something, I want to go work on it. So this is a little thick, but I think I can still get it through there. We'll just start with the front one first because it's got the little teeny tiny hole in it. And then I'm going to push it through this one here. So as I was saying, once we get that space done, I've got stuff in the back room that's going to go up I've got our guest bedroom that we have set up is gonna go, we're gonna take that up because typically when people come to stay with us, we end up staying up country anyway. They want to be up in the mountains, so we take them up there with us. And so I'm going to turn that into a workspace so I can go back there and work in the summer, just to get me out of the basement. We have a nice basement, but I just don't want to be stuck down there all summer long, because I've been down there all winter. Okay, so that's the first side of that one. That's how that turned out. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to start another one here. So I think I'll go with this one right down the middle. going to be a little while yet though before I'm able to move stuff up there, but I'm looking forward to it. Love to be up there. I don't think I want to go with that. Let's see. I feel like that needs to be on top of something. Oh, I've got these fun ones here. Oh, I love the anchors. Those are so cute. Let's do the anchors there. Let's see, you want to go this way. And I got my dog laying at my feet. He looks forward to when I can get him outside and we can go play. Maybe I'll do something like that next to it, and then we'll put the lace on. So I hope you guys are having some wonderful weather where you're at. Our days have been nice. We've had a nice little rainstorm come through. It's been really dry. We finally got some rain that came through this week a couple of times, so that's nice. Do I want that down the middle? That's really cute, but I feel like I want to put a little tag across here or something, and I don't like to cover up wording. That one's too big, and I love the circles. Maybe that'll work. Maybe we'll put that on there. Now if you feel the need, if you want to put something like that on there, you can always just clip off an end, which is what I think I'm going to do. Do a little color, and then go back in. I think I want that right there. And so it's been nice to have the rain. Feels really humid this morning. Okay, and then I think I want to stick the circle here. Now you can put as much on these or as little as you want. Everybody has different taste as to how they like things done. Okay, so I think that is plenty for that side. And I think what I want to do, I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to punch it because I think I want to put a hole all the way through this one so that I can do the tie at top. So let's go back to this one that I started earlier, and we're going to flip it over. I like to do both sides, and we're just going to start adding stuff here. So let's see, is that going to be covered? It is, so I don't have to worry about any shading on the back of that one. I love being up in the mountains, but if I don't have something to do on a regular basis, I like to keep my hands busy. I crochet, I sew, I do a lot of cross stitch. I have a lot of cross stitch projects that I've done. So I love to do all of that stuff, but you can get tired of it after a while. I think I want something with a little more coral in it. Coral color in it. Let's do this one. So to have a workspace up there is going to be really nice. And because of my shop, I am on there a lot. I don't want to feel like I'm falling behind in listings because I'm not home. So that's important to me too. All right, so I need to get this corner. And I'm just going to use the green color because that's what I have out. It doesn't really matter. Yep, I like that. Put that along the top. Okay, so now I think we're gonna let this one dry. Now let's see, I feel like I want to put something else on there. I feel like it needs something over here. I like the one with the seahorse. Maybe you go across the body like that. I like that. I'm gonna do that. My husband and I fish a lot. We like to fish. We have little kayaks, so we can go out on the river or the lake and tool around a little bit. So there's always things to do, but you know, when we're just hanging out in the house, it's a relaxed day, then I want to be able to go and play with my stuff. So it's really important. The cabin that we have it's fairly small, and so there's really not a lot of room inside, and I don't really like taking stuff up in boxes and then getting it out on my table and then leaving it there. I'm not a big fan of that. So it'll be nice just to have a place where I can go and I can tuck it all away when I'm not working on it, instead of packing it back and forth. All right, so I'm done with that at the moment. So let's set that to dry, because as I said, I want to punch a hole in it, but I want to make sure that it's dry. And then I'm going to layer a couple of tags. I think I'm going to use those two right there. Let me get that punched while I'm thinking of it. I use the big punches and I use the little punches. Just depends on the tag and what I'm doing. All right, so let's get those two set aside because they're gonna go on there. And we can work on this one. So we're doing the back side. Let's see, I think, do I wanna do that or do I wanna do that? And I have the starfish. It's kind of fun. So that's usually what I do. I just pick some stuff out and then I'll just kind of lay them on top of each other and see what I like, see what I don't like. It's the easiest way. Oh, so beautiful out there. And it just smelled so good this morning. I just love the morning smells after a rain. My husband messaged me and said we had a really good rain when he was leaving for work. Move that a little closer to the bottom. That's a fun piece. I think I want that to go over the top. And you hear the hawk out there? Let's see. How did I do that? I think I had it going this way, right? There we go. And I like the stripe. Maybe we'll put this stripe on there. So as you can see, there's nothing hard to it. It's just cutting all the pieces out, getting them shaded. It's a little time consuming, but that's the kind of stuff I like to do anyway. All right, let's see, do I want to put, feel like I want to put a circle down here. I'm just going to do all the way around the back side of this one, all the edges that might stick out. I'll just keep the glue in the center. Sandy feet, salty kisses. I don't live anywhere near the coast. I wish I did, but I love the coast. Anytime we get a chance to travel to the coast, I'm in my happy place. Okay, so let's give that one a break. And now let's go back to this first one. And we can, let's see, this was the first one. We need to do the back side of that one. Okay, so let's see. So many fun pieces. Oh, I want to punch a hole in that. And we'll punch a hole in this. And I will even take these circles and I'll punch a little hole in them. Because, whoops, I don't want that one. I want the little hole punch. Because I like to turn them into dangles and add those to my tags as well. You can turn anything into a tag. I've taken some of these guys, punch a corner hole in that. There's another little one. And this one I like too. All right. So let's see, what do I want to start with? Let's do the lace on this. I'll start with the lace. I'm going to put that way down in the corner here. I love this piece with the sailboat. Stick that right about there. Maybe I want to go like that. We'll layer that like that. All right. Then I think still needs one more thing. Do. That's too long. You think you have a number of pieces cut out. You think you have enough stuff until you start putting it together. And it's like, I need one more funky little piece. So I have a flag left here. I'm just going to hurry and cut this out. So I think that's what I need at the top of that. Let's do a little bit of color around the edges. All right. And I think that's what needs to go in the center there. That's perfect. Okay, now let's grab some of these guys here. Let's see, I think I want to do that, and let's do the coastal like that. And I have some twine. I feel like twine is the good choice for these. We're going to double it. Sometimes I have to do them one at a time, the twine. Just works easier that way. When you're working with the little holes, when you have the bigger holes, it doesn't really matter, but let's see if I can get them both through this one. There we go. sometimes it's just easier just to use the tweezers to grab the opposite end so you can get them all. That's what I like to do. All right. I wanted to go live today, but I have not been on Facebook. My page has not been up for 60 days. It's got to be up for at least 60 days. So I'm just doing a recording. I don't know if I'm going to be able to post the recording on Facebook because it's probably going to be too long. So I'm already at 25 minutes. So this will probably just end up over at YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. That's where I post all my tutorials for these. Okay. And there you have it. So this one is done. Turned out really cute. So you've got the little dangle tags there, and then you've got one over here. So we'll add the finishing touches to these other two. So this one I wanted to punch a hole through all of it. Let's see, I don't want it too close to the end, but I don't. Okay, and let's see if I want to do this. Oh, I like this one. Let's do this one too. I'm going to do this kind of off center a little. So this and this will go there. Now you can even do a long dangle if you want, and I'm gonna punch a little hole in this. And that is gonna go behind. So that'll just hang down with the rest of them. So let's do a blue tie for this. I want a thin end because of the little hole. Let's see what I can find here. That looks like that might work. Okay, where'd the piece go that I just cut? Oh, Valley. If you can't laugh at yourself, I tell you what, I do some funny stuff. I like to mess myself up. Keep myself guessing. Okay, I'm gonna shove that through there. Now, one thing I was going to mention, if you haven't done this a lot, especially if you're working with smaller holes, when you tighten these, what I found works best is if you do pull one side and then the other. If you try to pull them both at the same time, that's when you end up with a problem. Okay, so that's gonna get tied to the top of that. And I forgot that I was gonna do that, so I need to undo this. You know what? No, I'm gonna leave it because I think I'm gonna use a bigger ribbon for the top tie. Yeah, that's what I wanna do. All right, so I'm gonna leave that. And then I think I'll just do, see, how do I wanna do that? If I'm gonna do a bigger ribbon, dum-de-dum-de-dum. I have a blue here. Where's that blue? I want the green blue. It's really pretty. What's the light blue? Oh, there it is. This is a pretty one. This is perfect. And it's okay to change your mind in the middle of working on stuff. I do it all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in, and then I'm gonna glue the tag down on top. I just wanted to tie through the top. And I wanted a bigger tie, so that's what I'm gonna do here. All right, and then this is gonna get glued on, I think, in that corner like that. So I'm just gonna put a little glue here on this piece, just a little at the top, and I'm gonna stick it in the corner like that. So the top two tags will still move about. Depress it for a minute and hold it, make sure it's gonna stay. So these two tags will still move about. It's just the starfish will be. Okay. And then I think that side is good. I don't think I'm gonna add anything to the rest of that. So as you can see, got that side, and these two tags will move. So that one is finished. Now let's do this one, and I've got, let's see, I want to put those on one side. Let's do these guys over on this side, and we're going to put them right at the very top. And I do want those to dangle because I like the beach vibes here. This is going to be a little tougher. Let's see. We're talking this side, so we're going to go this corner. And I think if I go with just one strand of this, it should work out really good. And through that, then through this. So I so far have made 6 elements out of this pack, and I still have, you guys, there's so many pieces left. Okay, so now we've got that one, the front, and now let's do something on the back, and I have another set here. You know what? I think we can make that work. Let's go ahead and take this off, and I'm gonna feed this. Make sure I get this going the right way here. Gonna feed this. What's the matter, Asher? We're gonna go out here in a little bit. Mama's almost done. I get so bored when I'm crafting. I'm not playing with him. So boring. My goodness. He's a big boy. He's a rescue. He is Black Lab and Rottweiler mix. He's the biggest sweetheart. I just love him to pieces. So glad we found each other. He's just been a joy. All right, so, and now we've got that one. So they're all done. So you guys, I've got, let me get all these out of the way. I got 6 pieces made, and there are still lots of elements in this. Now, my next set that I want to be working on that's going to go with this group and use these same groupings, I am going to do layered pockets. Let me tip you up here. My plan is to do layered pockets, and I can show you some different ways to layer pockets, just cutting out of the sheets that are in your printable. So that's going to be my next one, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining me. Again, this is the Seaside Element Cluster Kit. My shop is Vala's Vintage and Vine. You can find me on Etsy. And when I post this video, there will be a link to my shop also to this particular item. So thanks for following me. Glad you could join. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.